Hi guys, I think the live stream is started, but let me wait for a minute and see. Hopefully, it'll start soon. Let me, let me tweet about it. Okay, so now that live stream is up, let's discuss what we are gonna do today. Okay, so today's plan is to continue our testing of this. No, validate paymaster prepayment. And yesterday I said like we might need to write the whole of just a second. Just a second. Okay, so yesterday I said we might need to rewrite the whole paymaster so that it'll just revert every time. But instead what we are gonna do is we'll we'll try to get the EVM out of gas error and see if we get empty byte with it. So the error I'm talking about is is this error failed off with revert op index double a double three reverted and then 0x value. So that's the error we are expecting, and that's so and we're gonna see if we get that error. So it's similar. Reverts on reverts with failed op with revert error, because that's the error we are expecting. So we are going to put that there. Then we can change here, we can put value sorry, gas, and then just say 10. I guess, yeah, 10, and that's not enough gas to complete this transaction, and that should give us an like out of gas error. We need to copy this string. That's the actual error, so we are pasting it here. Then we are saying there won't be any data, and failed op with revert dot selector. That's the error. So let's see if that works by running this test. No. Oh, okay. I know I might be wrong here, but I know if I put value 10 here, it's definitely gonna revert. Yeah, as you can see. Let me see. So here they are, yes, gas, and then they are passing this value, which will definitely fail. But then why this? Why if I did this, it didn't fail? I know we can pass gas to each function, like certain gas. All reverted as expected, but not. Oh, okay. What's. Let me switch here. Memory out of gas. Sorry. Solidity. I just copied that error here and I'm gonna check. So we have this error, right? But when we put like, let's remove this part and this and run the test again with trace, and okay, we get the same error. Then why this fails and that doesn't? Oh, okay, got it. So we are expecting revert from paymaster paymaster validate paymaster user of function, but we are getting error from this. So there is a error, but it is not what we expected, because if this paymaster function fails, it sends some data to so the function that is above, like the function that is calling validate paymaster user of, which is expose underscore validate paymaster prepayment. That is the function which is calling our paymaster to validate the user of. If validate paymaster user of fails, it sends that error uh, one step like to, to the function that is calling, and then we are getting a different error. Error is same, but it's just getting generated at different step, and the exact details are getting a different. So yeah, this is correct. Now we saw like why, what was the issue. Next, let's uh, let's put x like, which says it's completed. There is nothing else we can test there. That's the idea. Like, yeah. Can we run forge coverage dash mc, which is um, match contract flag, and then we'll run whatever, then we'll put the name of this test contract. So entry point test, and see how much of entry point is getting tested. Okay, so entry point, it's still at 30%. Yeah, that is good. That is not bad, because we were at 8% in the stream, where we were checking, we last checked the coverage. I remember like we were at 8% or something like that, 8 8 or 12%, and this is good. This is good. Next, we need to test is the next function that we need to test will be validate prepayment. It's just combination of these two functions. Okay, and post ex post execution also, that function also we can test. Let me see what that function does. So if paymaster address is 0, which is we are not using paymaster, refund address will be set to sender, correct, which will be account address, sorry, account contract. Else paymaster, okay, context, if context is greater than 0, then it calculates the actual gas cost. Okay, that is sent here. We'll write one more paymaster. I haven't written that yet, which takes ERC20 as the gas token, and if you have enough ERC20 tokens in your account contract and have given allowance to paymaster, it'll just create it. It'll just like get the tokens, swap it, and then pay for it. Not pay for it, it'll recover the gas fees it paid. So you see here, actual gas cost, uh, that that is the amount of ether that is spent on execution and whole thing. So paymaster knows, in the post of function, how much ether got like consumed for validating and executing the op, and according to that we can just test it. Okay, and then try catch. Okay, try catch, we might have some, we can generate a error and see if we get the correct error. Next, this, it calculates the penalty. Okay, I already know like there will be, we have seen like what penalty is, which is if if gas limits are way above what function needs, there will be a 10% penalty. Is it 10%? Like there is a penalty percentage. Yes, 10. So 10% penalty will be 10% of unused gas, you can see. So that will be also refunded to bundler. Below this, it just like calculates a different thing. Paymaster post post-op mode, post-op reverted. Where is this getting set? Does it return? No. Is that thing getting set anywhere? Whether is called from inner handler. Okay, I need to check what this line means. I don't have any idea about that. What else is here? Increment deposit. Actual gas prefund is less than actual gas cost. Then execute this. else execute this. And okay, refund address, it depends. Then it emits the event. Okay, that's correct. That we have tested this function. Increment deposit. Increment deposit, I haven't seen this function. So yeah, it's in the stake manager. Entry point inherits stake manager, so we can access it. Okay, yeah, we can also like test these functions, and these are pretty simple functions to test. Should we, if we write this function, where is stake manager? Okay, 18%. Yeah, so if we write test to see like if entry point, we can call these functions from entry point and see if these functions work correctly. We are gonna expose it and see. This is the, there aren't any like very complicated functions, so it's pretty easy to test. Yeah, 1 2 3, okay. There are three different things. Then withdraw address call, okay. Success field, okay. This is just, we already have written, I think we have written a contract that reverts, just reverts. There is nothing. Yeah, simple account revert, you can see it doesn't do anything other than, oh no, we haven't. Have we written that in simple account? Yes, we have done that. So you can see this contract just reverts if you send ether to it. And there is a, what you say, a custom error. Okay, so now our plan is test validate prepayment and then move to stake manager. Post execution, I need to read about it, write some tests, and maybe we'll go back to that in one of the next streams. So work on understanding this. Yeah, just like FYI, uh, I do like I do some research before starting the stream so that like I won't spend much time just like checking. I'm trying to say like I do some research and try to create a game plan for each stream, so I won't be like a deer in the headlights on each stream. So that's the plan. Just a second. Okay, uh, validate prepayment. Let's try to expose that function for testing. Also, I didn't do that part where I said I'll see I'll see if, not if, like how other projects unit test their contracts. I didn't get a chance. If someone is watching the stream, maybe you can help me like see how guys, how like big projects do their unit testing or even general testing. So does I have that one, like I have one more task for this. Okay, let's copy this. Come down here where we are going to expose it. Then say return underscore validate prepayment, and then pass all the values. Open index, user out op info. Okay, why do we have this? Okay, that was just extra. And change this to external. Let's go down. We have written more than 670 lines of tests. Not exactly. Yeah, we can ignore these. We can ignore these. 670 I said, right? 670 minus 150, which is like 570, 520. 520 lines of test. That's pretty good for practice. I'm just getting used to it, and hopefully, like I'll get better with this. Just by practicing, and also this I'm also trying to learn and participate in audit competitions. So practicing Solidity is also helpful in that aspect. Let's just put here no function test. What's the game plan for this? Okay, so we need to check for overflow. Put it on this side. We can close this for a minute. So our game plan is gas overflow test, then wrong nuns, then out of gas, sorry, over the gas limit for verification. So verification gas limit, and last is okay, one like success test with paymaster and simple account. So I don't want just one success like scenario. I want two success scenarios, and we need to test both of them. Yeah, okay. And then how this handles the there is no failure scenario because this is returning data. In any case, there will be some data here. If it doesn't hit these three rewards, it can't actually fail. I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to say. Also, we can't test this offset value because we are not returning any offset value. We are not returning any context, so there won't be any offset value. That's what I'm trying to say. Then there is pre-op pre-op gas. Okay, so what was pre-op gas? Let's go at the top. Go here. Pre-op gas. Is it explained somewhere? Okay, this. No, I'm talking about check. What is pre-op gas? Pre-op gas is pre-gas, which is just like the gas value at the start minus gas value at the end plus pre-verification gas. Okay, let me refresh my memory by going to packed user operation pre-verification gas. Okay, gas not calculated by handle user, calculated by handle of method, but added added to the gas paid covers batch overhead, covers batch overhead. Maybe it's time to go to our what's this? Sorry, let me adjust this. Okay, that's done. Now just height. I need to adjust here. Sorry about this. Okay, now I hope you can see everything. EIP4337. Okay, now we need to go and see what pre extra gas. Okay, this is just gas paid to the bundler. That's cool. Let's go back here. We were checking validate prepayment. Okay, not here, not in this. Yeah, validate prepayment. I was trying to figure out how can we like expect this value. We can't because okay, gas left. This value might be tricky, but we can assume where this required prefund is calculated, get required prefund. Okay, so we have exposed this function. We know how to get this value, and we can check in output op info prefund is set to that value. So out of these three values, we know one, we know this, we know this, because offset will be 0. There are no bytes. So hopefully it should be 0. I don't I don't remember how the bytes, like how the context is stored in the memory, like. So but we can assume that there is no context to be saved, so the offset will be 0 because there are no bytes. That's my assumption, but we can test it. So our plan is to test for these conditions and also check if values in output op info are set correctly. So those values also, let me go here. Yeah, so copy user op to memory. This particular function, if you remember our previous streams, this what this function does is it takes packed user operation and it deconstructs, or it just splits the values that we have concatenated, like account gas limits and verification gas limits, those kind of values, and it stores in m user of, which is of type memory user of, so that any function in the entry point can access those values. Okay, so we know most of the things. Yeah, we have the game plan. We have to write five tests to, yeah, we have to write 5 tests to cover all of our bases. That's the idea. Let's start with the success case and testing the output, testing the testing if the values are set correct. But also we need to create an internal function, because we are gonna test same function 5 times. We need this. We have an internal function, but that's not good enough right now. Which was, yeah, this. You see, we are here, we are generating user op and all those things, but they are not correct, I guess. Not correct, they are correct, but we can't use them because we actually need some values to be here. uh, we need some values to be here so that we can cross check them if they are set correctly. Okay, also we didn't set user op info dot user op. You see here, we created a user op to send to return it, but if you see this, let's go. You see this? There are two values here. M user of, no, we didn't set M user of value. Do we need to set that M user of? No, we don't. because here is decoding the whole thing, deconstructing the whole packed user operation struct and saving it to m user op. So we just need to we don't need to set anything. We just need to send empty m user op and empty output op info argument, and it'll set everything for us. That's the idea. Okay, let's say create packed user operation for prepayment validation test, which takes what should it take? Oh, it needs to take one of these values where we can set it to 10,000 or million, so we can overflow it. We also need to set the verification gas limit, so we'll get this particular error over verification. Yeah, so we can just set verification gas limit, which will take UN 256 verification gas limit. Now it will be internal and returns. We're gonna say packed user operation memory user op. Let's start writing that. Also, we can set the we are gonna put some values here so we can access it in our tests also. Oh, okay. Also, I had one doubt. I know setup function runs every time, but what will happen here? L- like values of this, if I run all the tests, do you see this value? If I run this, uh, if I run this test, which runs the internal function, it sets sender address to sender, right? But if that changes in one test, no, I don't think so. I don't know what my question was. I forgot. Okay, so address, what should we call it? Prepayment, prepayment test sender. Now we can just, no, next should be UN 256 verification gas limit for payment test. We'll change it here. Now this will be account gas limits for prepayment test. Next will be max fees per gas, and then max priority fees per gas. Also, don't judge me if I'm doing something wrong. Just ping me here so that I can understand like where I'm fucking up. That's the plan. So hopefully a third person is watching. Hey, hi, whoever is watching my stream, and thanks for joining. Just put a hi in my chat. I'll try to respond. Okay. Next, we are gonna create user op, which is packed user operation, and then we can say sender will be we need to set those values. Let's copy all these values, put it here. Okay, remove this, and then we need to set mech addr. We can copy the variable name, and for this we can set values starting from no, not this value, because we are getting that in the arguments. We can remove this, and we can set rest of the values, which will be 20,000, then 30 and 10. Okay, next we are gonna complete this sender, complete this struct, which is prepayment send test sender, then nuns. Okay, we can also take nuns, un 256 nuns, and set it to this field. Set that value to this field. Next is init code, which can be empty hex, which is 0 bytes. Then call data, that can be 0 bytes also, because this is just validation phase and not the execution phase, so we don't need that data. Next will be account gas limits. This should be called call gas limits, because if you remember, yeah, if you can see, verification and call is concatenated to create account gas limits. So our variable name should be call gas limits. We're gonna change this, and sorry, let me switch back. Yeah, so I was changing this value because this is call gas limit. We need to change the variable name at the top, and then here account gas limits, which will be bytes 32. Then verification gas limits 128. We are shifting to left, and then next is call gas limits. Okay, what's the next part is pre verification gas. Did we also set that? Yeah, we should also set that. Copy the name and move it up. Yes, here. I'm splitting, like grouping them up with as a how they are in the packed user operation. So first is sender, you can see here. Then account gas call gas limits. This is next. Next is pre-verification, and these two are grouped together. So that's how I'm trying to ordering. I'm trying to order them in that that order. Okay. We also need to set that value here at the top. Which is you can say 30. It doesn't matter what the number is. Okay, so that's the value. Next is gas fees, which again will be bytes 32. Bytes 32. Then first priority gas fees, max priority gas fees, shift them by 128 bits, and then add max fees per gas. After this, we only have signature. No, we have paymaster data. Paymaster data. We can also take that here. Paymaster and data. It should be bytes memory. Okay. Set that value here. Paymaster and data. And lastly, signature. We are going to validate prepayment from account contract. So we need the signature. Yes, so we need the signature. Oh, no, we don't. Or let me see how we are doing that. Or we can just sign it in this function itself. Let me switch it. Yes, now you can see much better. So anywhere we are let's go to setup function. I need to check something. Simple account. Okay, for simple account, we are not creating a simple account in setup. So we need to do that in that particular function. And what was what were the errors we were testing for? 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, so none of these things are related to errors from paymaster or simple account. So we can just set up both here, create paymaster data in this function itself and sign it here itself. Okay, but we need to check the paymaster address. Okay, why I'm saying that is, in this copy to user of function, you can see we are deconstructing the paymaster and data field into three parts, which is paymaster address, verification gas limit, and post of gas limit. These three functions. So my plan was to, let's go to implementations. Yes, here. So as you remember, we were gonna test like the values. So we need to know what values we are expecting. Okay, let me. Hopefully we won't get that error, which was stack too deep, because we are creating too many variables. But again, these variables are not function variables, so I don't know if they get added to stack, or we are just referencing them. Who knows? Uh, Let me, like, I need to read about that, how state variables and function variables are set in stack. Okay, max v's. Then we have address, paymaster. Next is next UN 256 paymaster. Okay, I'll just deconstruct those values. Yes, I'll just deconstruct those values instead of storing it. More practice. So first we need simple account equal to new simple account, and it will be entry point. Next will be owner dot address. Let's create account memory owner equal to make account, and then pass the string owner. So we have address and the private key. Okay, now this is done. We need to set up paymaster equal to new paymaster, and then pass entry point. Then add this to paymaster dot add address to whitelist, and then say address simple account. Okay, address simple account. Now that's done. This, okay, I know we are doing that here. Should we say something else? Paymaster for paymaster for prepayment test. Yeah, long name, but worth it. At least we won't get these these things. We need to remove this. So remove this also and remove this. Now we have this particular payment. Yes, everything is done. Now we need to construct the paymaster and data, which is just abi dot encode packed pass address of paymaster, then uint 128. Also for this, like, do we need bytes 32? We can just do abi dot encode packed and put uint 128 uint 128. Okay, let's test it. Not test it, like, I know it should work. I'm just following the tutorial. Like, I was following Cyprin for for learning Solidity, or just refreshing the memory. And Cyprin, I think Patrick. Yeah, the main guy there. His name is Patrick, and he did it this way, and I'm just following that. So encode packed and uint 128 uint 128, then pass the value, which is pre not pre-verification, verification gas limit. Okay, and then uint 128 call gas limits for prepayment test. That works. Now can we wrap this to bytes 32? Yes, we can. Hopefully, hopefully this is correct. But yeah, we can. Also, I don't know if we have access to, like, this is bytes memory, right? So can we do this? It will say call, not call data. Yeah, index range access is only supported for dynamic call data arrays. So yeah, this is not call data, so we can't do it. Or I don't know how to do it. Okay, first is paymaster. Okay, first is paymaster verification gas limit, which we can set to 40,000. No, 15,000. And then we have uint 128. Why we are getting, okay, You into 128 and then we can say 17,000. Okay, so we created this. Also, after finishing this particular section, particular function, uh, I'm gonna stop the stream and we'll continue testing tomorrow. Okay, next step is get the hash, get user operation hash, and pass the user op here. Now we have that user ops, which is bytes 32 user op hash, and to create the signature we are going to use vm.sign, not saying si, okay, sign, sign. First owner keys, which is owner private key of owner, and then bytes 32 digest, which will be user op hash. This function returns us three values: uint 8v, bytes 32r, and bytes 32s. I have done this so many times now I remember it. Last part is just packing these values together in order S, R, S, and V, and assigning it to user op signature field of user op. So user op dot signature equal to ABI dot encode packed, and R, S, and V. Okay, hopefully, yeah, we don't have any. Yeah, we are not using, we won't be using this. Okay, so we have this function ready, and tomorrow we are gonna write test for each of these conditions. So we have like 4 conditions and bunch of values to check. That's the plan for tomorrow. I hope you like the stream and see you tomorrow. Bye.